What's up, guys? Michael Powers coming to you live from undisclosed location. Actually, don't tell nobody. It's the Bat Cave. Ha ha ha! You guys didn't know I'm Batman. No, I'm just playing. What's up, everybody? First, I want to get my shout outs in. Shout out to all the friends, fans, and family of Indiana Desolate. You guys rock. We love you guys. You guys are number one. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Shout out to Joe Escalrosett. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. He's probably snoozing right now. Wake up, Joe! No, just kidding. He needs his rest. Shout out to the singer Mattia. What's up, buddy? Roar! And then to the Beast. It's Spain East. I don't know. I flunked geography. So sue me. What's up, Gene Bass? Gene Lua Trudeau. Hope I pronounced that right. I probably butchered it. Sorry, Gene Bass, if I did. What's up, buddy? Shout out to you guys. Hope everyone is doing well. So this is my next update. Hope you guys like that intro there. And yeah, if you guys want to know, that jingle is going to be on the new album. Yes, it is. I'm not telling you which one. You're just going to have to figure it out for yourselves. So, nothing new to update, guys. I just figured I would share a story with you guys. You know, you guys are probably clueless as to my background. I am Michael Powers of Indiana Desolate. Just to give you a little bit of a background of my life, I was born in Greenfield, Indiana, so I'm originally from Indiana. Didn't spend a lot of time there as a kid. A few years we lived there with my dad and his mom, my grandma Emma, and we would alternate visits between our mom and our dad, and our grandma who lived in Indiana, and our mom who lived in Michigan, and our dad who still lived in Indiana. So it was it wasn't an easy childhood. There was a lot of back and forth between parents. Uh, Life on welfare all the time isn't exactly fun. I didn't have it the greatest, but I didn't have it the worst either. A lot of times I was a kid who always wished my parents would get back together, and instead of fighting and using me and my brother as leverage against each parent. My mom would say my dad is horrible, and my dad would say my mom's horrible. So it was tough on us. And I wanted to tell a story. Like I said, me and my brother, we, like I said, we lived early childhood in Indiana for a little while. Then we moved from my dad's to Dallas, Texas for a little while, Dallas Fort Worth area, and we stayed there about a couple of years. Then we came up to Michigan from Dallas, and we've been here in Michigan. Well, yeah, we've been here ever since then. We were about 11 or 12, and were any of you guys a misfit in school? I wanted to tell a story about how I was a misfit one time. And I'll call this one the concession stand. And probably a lot of my relatives are laughing and probably saying, I can't believe he's going to tell this one. But yeah, I was kind of a loner kid in school. I was kind of the outcast of the rejects. Even though I didn't drink that much, I didn't do drugs of any kind. I kind of had a few good friends that I really trusted, and we were kind of misfits. We were kind of like needless to say, I'm sure the local PD probably was throwing parties when we all moved out of town. Let's just put it that way. But there was a time in high school where this guy, he wasn't a real close friend, but we were on the basketball team together, and just to keep names safe, we'll call him Bob No Down. So anyways, Bob No Down said to me, he said, hey man, you want to rob this concession stand that was locked. And it was on one of the softball fields there in the little town of Decatur, Michigan. And I said, well, what we'll do is we'll grab some baseballs and some mitts, and we'll pretend like we're at the park hitting some baseballs, and when it turns nighttime, we'll go. I said, you got to weigh in, you know? He said, yeah, I can get in, you know? So I was like, okay, you know? So, and as a young kid, you know, I was in my mid-teens, you know, you trust people. You're dumb. You know, I was young, naive, and had a lot of courage and guts, though. You know, I'll put it like that. So, you know, evening time came around, and I'm like, so, you know, we're at the concession stand, and it's dark now, and he's like, dude, how are we gonna get in? You know, what are we gonna do? He's like, well, so I don't know how are you gonna get in. I was like, dude, you didn't think this thing through, and obviously not, because all he had was a baseball bat. So there was this overhead locked door with a handle and a lock, and he couldn't get it unlocked. So he's like, what he does is he hits the damn thing full force with his baseball bat. Like, hits it first time, doesn't open. I'm like, you know, okay. Hits it the second time, doesn't open. So I'm like, what the hell, dude? I'm like, he's like, damn it, man, I can't get in, you know, because we had duffel bags. We were like the Italian mobsters. We were gonna clean the house, you know, and we were gonna, because in the concession stand there was goodies and soda and candy bars and all sorts of stuff, you know, and they didn't have cameras, you know, so we were like jackpot, you know, but we're sitting here not being able to get in, and so what happens is I get this intuition. I'm like, hit it one more time, you know, because he's packing up ready to leave, and so he smacks it real good one last time, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know it opens up. I was like, holy shit, you know. So I'm like, I'm walking up there, you know. I'm like, we're looking around for cars, you know, because it's nighttime, you know, and we're hoping nobody sees us and stuff like that. So you know, and it's dark out, and so he's like, and I'm like, there's this wall there, and this mower tractor, and I'm like, well, what the hell? I thought we were gonna be right in, you know. There's a wall there, and he said, oh no, what you got to do is climb over the wall, and then there's a door on the other side. You got to unlock the door and let me in. I'm like, dude, how the hell? I'm doing all the work here, so I'm already pissed off, you know. I'm like, well, what the hell, you know, whatever. So I hop on the mower, the seat of the mower, and climb on over. So I get over, I let him in, then we get into the door, and goodies galore. So then I'm like, you know, and then I'm telling him, you know, like, hey, dude, you know, we'll load up our duffel bags, and we won't say shit to anybody, you know, and so he agrees, you know, and so we're like, you know, I'm not saying shit to nobody, you know, da 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 da. So we're still in all the candy bars, loading them up, you know, still all the gum, and I see this marker, and the gum packages, like, are on the table and they're blank, and I'm like, I'm gonna write these assholes a letter, you know. He's like, no, don't do that, man, don't do that. I'm like, fuck you. So I'm like writing there, you know, like, you motherfucker, da 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 da. And so, anyways, I got a piss, and so it's a long haul with the duffel bags down to his house, and we're on foot. So his house is maybe a mile down the road. And so I'm like, shit, man, I got to piss. So needless to say, I'm like, and I really got a piss. He's like, dude, you better hold it, man. I said, dude, I can't. I'm going to piss my pants. And I said, I see this jug of popcorn oil that they use for this concession stand. And so I'm like, you know, I gotta go. So I'm like, dude, turn around. Don't watch me. I can't go when you're watching me. So you know, it's about halfway full, and zip, relief, you know. So what I do like an asshole is I put the popcorn hole back on the shelf. Oh man, so I'm sure the fans at the next softball game had some pissy popcorn, unless he threw it out. But anyways, so needless to say, we left. All right, and so you know, and then that, I think that was maybe on a Friday or something like that. And then so Monday comes along, you know, and I hook up with him, and I'm like, hey, dude, you want to ride up to, you know, shortstop parking lot there in Decatur and get something to eat or something for lunchtime, because we had an open campus policy. We could leave for lunch and come back to the school for lunch. So he said, yeah. So in the back seat of his car is like candy bars and stuff, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, he pulls up to his best buddy, and he's like, dude, you guys want to buy some candy bars, man? We like an idiot. He's like, we stole this shit at a concession stand, man. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You fucking retard. Like, you're gonna get us fucking busted, dude. It's like, dude, it's cool, man. I know these guys, man. I'm like, you fucking dumbass, dude. So, last hour comes around, and I'm sitting in class, and I'm sitting there up front in class because it's like one of my better classes. And I hear over the intercom our principal come on the intercom. It's like, over the weekend, someone decided to break into the softball field concession stand. We have a $21 reward for anyone that comes to the office with information on the who amounts of did this activity. Thank you so much. Bye bye. So I'm nervous as hell. So I'm like looking down the hall, and to get to the office, people got to go past the classroom I'm in. So I'm just sweating, man. I'm like, oh my God, dude. So like 21 bucks, man. Like we got ratted out, and like three dudes we knew ratted us out, and so it's like I denied it at first. I was like, wasn't me, you got the wrong guy, and so they dragged my buddy into there, and they're like telling him because he was a more popular athlete than I was, even though we knew each other. We were on the same basketball team. He was more popular of an athlete, and so they drug him in there in front of the police officers. It was the Decatur chief of police, and he was like, "Yeah, we did it. Me and him did it." And I was like, and I asked him, I said, "Why are you doing this, dude?" And I'm like, "What do they got on you?" And the assistant principal probably made him a deal, to lighten his sentence or whatever. So I said, damn it, dude. I said, I'm busted. And so the chief of police told me, he said, well, I'll give you till today to think about it, and you come back tomorrow and let me know your decision. He said, and they told me, they said, either you fess up to it or we'll keep it in school. It'll be an in-school suspension. If you deny it, we'll take you to court and we'll press charges on you. So I was like, shit. So needless to say, I had to do some in-house suspension for that shit, and it's just like, don't trust people. The moral of the story is don't do stupid shit and don't trust people. Because it's like, oh my God, dude, I was like, man, dude, ratted me out. I mean, I was a punk kid, honestly. I was a real punk kid. I remember one time the assistant principal got up in my face. I got right back in his face. I was pissed. I was like, I had a big chip on my shoulder. I was angry. I really was. I was a real angry kid back then, angry teenager back then, and I had a lot of issues. I was pissed off because my life wasn't going the direction I wanted it to go, and I was, I'd seen all these popular dudes get the chick and get all the respect and the glamour and fame in high school, and I got nothing. So it's like I got shit on by all the preppies, and all the jocks, and treated like shit by them in school. So it's like, and so. I penned a song about that, and I'm hoping it's going to be put on the next album, hopefully. But I just want to share that story with you guys, and and it just, I look back on it, and I'm like, I was pretty fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It's like I was pretty damn dumb. I'm lucky I didn't get punished more severe for the shit I did. Honestly, and looking back, it's just like, damn, I was dumb, and just, we did a lot of stupid shit. I mean, to know what I know today, yeah, I guess I would go through it again, but it sucked. You know, in school suspension sucked, dude. I hated it. It was horrible. It's like the worst, dude. So it sucked. So there's my story for you guys. We call that one concession stand, if I could talk right. But let me know what you think about the story. Also, I wanted to ask you all, what's your vote? Because nobody ever answers these questions I put out there. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys don't answer them, whatever. But hair long or hair short on me? I'll give you my opinion and the reasons why. But do you guys think I should have my hair long or hair short? You guys leave me a comment on this video if you would. Like I said, I'm taking a vote. What do you guys think? What do you ladies think? Hair long, hair short? Dudes, what do you think? You know, metal guys, metal gals, hair long or hair short? You know, what's your vote? So let me know. You guys take care. Like I said, the only update is I kind of waiting on Gene Bass to get back to me about that new song. See what he says, and I felt like opening up a little tonight about who the guy who used to be, you know, versus the guy now. I would never do some shit like that, you know, that concession stand stuff now. I'm not like that anymore, but you know, like I said, as a kid growing up, you know, it's a small town, man. If you ain't playing guitar or rocking out, cruising around in circles around town and listening to headbanging music, you're bored out of your gourd in the small town of Decatur, and it's even worse now. So, you know, we had our crew. You know, we were the wrecking crew. You know, we called ourselves the Fearsome Five, and you know, I thought about penning a song about us. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we were crazy, man. We did some not kosher stuff, man. We had a lot of people pissed off at us, you know. So, but that's part of being a team. You know, a lot of people do a lot of stupid shit when they're kids, you know, and some of it I'm not proud of. Some of it I do it all over again. You know what I mean? It's just part of living and growing up. You're never gonna learn anything in your life unless you mess up and make mistakes. You know, I think of the guy Firestone, who, if I remember the story right, couldn't figure out a way to keep the tires inflated or something like that. So, like, of all things, like, his cat in his garage knocked over something, and it fell onto the tire, a chemical or something. I can't remember what it was, and it was his cat, of all things, that knocked over the substance that was needed to make the tire stay inflated. And so if it wasn't for that cat, he, you know, all those times he messed up a tire, you know, he messed up over and over. It took that one incident to learn, like, hey, holy crap, this will work, you know. And so sometimes we learn by our failures, and you know, and so hopefully I can be real successful. I mean, I hope I don't fail at this, you know, because honestly, growing up, yes, I graduated high school. I took a little college, but I'm not a real well-educated guy. You know what I mean? I know quite a bit about playing guitar, you know, and stuff like that, making some music. But you know, I don't have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. You know, I don't have that degree to fall back on, and I don't really have a skilled trade per se besides heavy metal music. So you might say I kind of gave it all up for heavy metal, and so it's like that's the only thing I got. You know what I mean? I'm a part-time parts delivery driver, for crying out loud. So you know, my life isn't glamorous by any means. Do I want it to be? Not really, but I hope we can get some kind of kudos for, you know, making this music good, you know. So just something to say, hey, you know, you're doing good with what you're doing. So I hope somebody out there appreciates it, and I know I appreciate all the work the guys, Madia, Gene Bass, and Joe Escalrosa that put forth. I can't thank them enough, because they've been like me. They've put their heart and their soul in the music, and there's a lot of people out there that have done that because they have nothing else, and that's kind of how I am, and the future scares me for my life because it's like I'm already like 43, so it's like I don't have any sons or daughters. So it's like when I'm old and in the nursing home, that's it. Nobody's gonna come and see my old grumpy ass. So the future kind of scares me, honestly, and so it's doesn't look good for me. I'm gonna be an old crotchety man in diapers, that nobody wants to change. So it's not looking good. So you guys just keep me in your thoughts and prayers about that. But love you guys. You guys take care. It's Mike Powers of Indiana's Desolate signing out. Take care. See ya. Raj.